Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Now I will invite Miss Irma from Manchester.
Miss Irma.
Hazrat, I would like to ask you if you could please throw some light about the future of Bosnia, and secondly, would you establish a mission over there for progress of Islam?
Future of Bosnia, I could clearly understand, but the remaining part of your question I just missed. Could you help me?
Could you establish a mission in Bosnia for the couple?
Oh yes. Oh, I understood. Yes, thank you. Future of Bosnia, in my view, is brighter than ever before. Because before this war took place, Bosnia was not known among the Committee of Nations as anything of importance. It was a small state of Europe which had suffered heavily during the previous two world wars. And it was engulfed by communists all around. Bosnians were never given the option of making choices for themselves. And they were engulfed all around by forces which had insulated them from the rest of the world, particularly from the Muslim world. So now things have changed completely. You have suffered a lot, you have offered huge sacrifices. With the grace of Allah, He gave you strength to do that. But what I see now is the era of reward. You are going to be rewarded not only in the hereafter, but here on this earth for your gigantic sacrifices which have raised your head among the nations as a great nation who knows no defeat. But at the same time, there are attendant dangers. I am afraid that with this new identity discovered by you, many among you would turn to the extremist Muslim countries for aid, and with the aid will come the darker understandings of Islam which they hold, unfortunately, which makes Islam so unpopular in the West. So what I am afraid of is extremism which may follow this new setup, and that extremism would be particularly done with the intention of gaining rich friends. But that will be extremely detrimental in the long run. First of all, most of these countries, whether they are Sunnis or Shiites, they live in the medieval ages of Islam. They don't go to the brighter other end, the beginning of Islam. But whatever they know about Islam is they have inherited from the ulama born in the Middle Ages, which were the darkest as far as Islam is concerned. So they will drag you back instead of pushing you forward. So what sort of future that would be? That instead of advancing in time along with the world's nation, you will be striving back into the darkness. But that would not leave there. A polarization will begin within Bosnia. Strife will begin in the name of extremist Islam and more understanding Islam. Europe will be again alerted. They would take all possible measures to defeat the forces which are trying to plant the kind of Islam which they considered as a threat to them. That was just the fear which made them take an attitude through which you have already suffered heavily. But already I have seen the same trend reborn again, reborn among the Bosnians now, who are running to Saudi, to Iran, to Turkey, to Pakistan, to other countries, come and send us mullahs and come and have new contacts with us and treaties with us. And that is why perhaps Clinton thought it fit to go to Bosnia and make them understand, okay, we helped you not for this purpose, but we help you, and we can also turn the tables against whatever happens here if we so choose. So behave yourself. Now, this is bad for Bosnia, but Islam is not bad for Bosnia. What is good for Bosnia is to go into the future with a religion which is the religion of the future. A brilliant universal philosophy. A philosophy which can enlighten people of the world all over without creating frictions, without creating problems, without creating terrorism. And as such, we have been telling the Bosnians in exile that you will find haven of peace in Ahmadiyya view of Islam. We don't believe in coercion in the name of religion. We don't believe in terrorism. We don't believe in disorder. We believe in the deliverance of peace through Islam. Any other understanding of Islam is contrary to its very name. Islam means peace. Islam means deliverance of peace. So how could Islam permit terrorism or coercion in the name of God in any form? So this is as far as the religion goes. If you reject Islam as a whole, unfortunately for you, don't make your choices as to what Islam should be accepted, what should be rejected, but you get tired of this and say, all right, we tell the Europe, we are with you, whatever your way of life is, we accept and we tug along with you, with whichever way you like us to be led. Then you will turn into utter materialists. Why to have suffered in the name of Islam in the first place at all? Why not in the beginning have told the world that we are all materialists, we don't believe in God or anything? Why do you oppose us? So after paying such heavy sacrifice for the sake of your faith, you'll be abandoning it for no purpose. Because materialism cannot bring a bright future for you. The only brightness in the future which lies ahead, which I saw and said future is good, means that you emerge as an enlightened people. Your religion should be rational. Your religion should be a sympathetic religion to the issues, human issues, and broad-minded religion. And all that I'm saying is in true Islam. And then you should strive hard to educate your people, to bring them to the modern times in sciences, etc., not by dancing your life away, but by spending the lamps of the night reading sciences, scientific material and others and so on and so forth. So there should be a regular plan for the future. If you enter the future without having previously made an elaborate plan for the education of your future generations, then unfortunately I can say that you will be led into another wilderness. So forecasting his future should not be done like those who read palms of the hand and so on. I don't believe in that nonsense. It is the facts of life which you can observe today, which can predict the future reasonably and reliably, to a degree of course. So these are the facts which I am reading, and I fear certain wrong attitudes to be born. I fear some good attitudes to fight back and flourish and emerge as victorious. This is the fight of the Ahmadiyyat for the sake of Bosnia. And with that I turn to the last part of the question. We have already looked forward into the issue of the missions in Bosnia. Instead of sending foreign missionaries there from Pakistan or elsewhere in the world of Ahmadiyyat, we have decided to train the Bosnians of each city and township who have joined Ahmadiyyat in Islam, to warn them against those zealots and imbalanced people who play havoc with the religious ideas. We are already started training them as to what really the Holy Quran's message is, what these traditions mean. Islam is the name of balance. Islam is a beautiful religion. Guard these values whenever you return home and become missionaries for these values. So instead of sending 1 or 2 or 3 missionaries, we have already started preparing hundreds of missionaries in many countries of the world. Already the response is very favorable. If from Germany, I have received reports and they say that Bosnians are taking part with such zeal and enthusiasm in this program that we are so happy that you suggested this program to be launched. If they had returned to their country without this, going through this training course, we don't know what may have happened to them. So inshallah, the Bosnians will take care of Islam in Bosnia themselves. Right? Thank you.